Provo is booming, and in this video I'm breaking down the 6 biggest reasons why so many people are packing their bags and moving here to Provo. Whether it's the jobs, the safety, the school, or the outdoor lifestyle, Provo checks all the boxes. And reason number 4 just might change how you travel forever. Hey guys, I'm Scott Walters, Best USA Realty, your Utah YouTubing realtor, and I talk about everything what it's like to live, sleep, eat, work, and play in Utah. With that, let's check out the 6 biggest reasons people are moving to Provo, Utah in 2025. Okay, reason number 1 is just all the tech jobs. Provo is considered to be part of the Silicon Slopes tech corridor. Of course, the vast majority of those tech jobs are up in the Lehigh area, but that's what makes Provo so great, is it's just a short commute to a lot of tech job opportunities there. But besides that, there's a lot of startup and tech jobs available right here, even in Provo. Let me just listen. I mean, Provo seems to be like a magnet for like billionaire startup companies. Let me just mention just a couple that are located here in the region. In Provo, for example, you've got Qualtrics, Vivint, Smart Citizen, and in Lehigh, some of the businesses you have up there are Canopy, Weave, Podium. Of course, Adobe's got a beautiful campus there in Lehigh, up there in the Traverse Mountain area, that Silicon Slopes area. You know, honestly, there's more companies than I can even mention. And that's really, the whole area has really seemed to attract a lot of attention from tech companies to, again, startup companies, and a lot of capital has moved into this area. This really provides a lot of opportunities all throughout Utah County for great jobs, and that's why Provo is so great. It's really centrally located for commuting to any of those jobs. Now, beyond just the tech jobs and the startup jobs, Provo, of course, is home to Brigham Young University, which is the flagship university of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And so there's a lot of job opportunities working in the education industry there with Brigham Young University. And then just like 5 miles to the west over in Orem, you've got Utah Valley University, which is the largest public university in Utah, something like 43,000 students. So again, there's a lot of great job opportunities with both of those universities. And then again, the Provo School District offers fantastic job opportunities here in the Provo area. And there's also a lot of great opportunities in the healthcare industry here in Provo. Of course, you've got the IHC, Provo Hospital here, which provides a lot of good access to well-paying healthcare jobs. But you've got hospitals located in Payson and Spanish Fork, American Fork too, and Orem, the brand new Primary Children's Hospital in Lehigh. So this whole area of the Provo-Orem metro area has a lot of good access to well-paying jobs in all different industries. Provo consistently ranks in the top 10 safest mid-sized cities in all of America. You know, and even according to FBI data records, the violent crime rate here in Provo is well below the national average. It ranks at 1.9 per 1,000 residents, well below the national average of 4.0 per 1,000 residents. So Provo, as long as I can remember, has been considered a very safe community. The neighborhoods are beautiful, they're clean. I think the low poverty levels help keep the crime rate down. There's great community engagement. All of the Provo neighborhoods are divided into districts. They have community chairs. They look out after one another. So you have incredible community engagement that way. You have a proactive law enforcement community. And so all these things add up to just providing a beautiful, safe environment for the residents of Provo to enjoy. Although it's not perfect, you'll find some criminal activity in any city you go to. I have always felt safe growing up and living here in the Provo area, and I would highly recommend it for anyone craving that safety and sense of peace. I've been to other big sized cities. I don't even feel that safe when I'm walking around, even Salt Lake, 50 minutes to the north. When I'm walking around there at night, I just don't feel as safe as I do walking around here in Provo. I have absolutely no issues walking around here in Provo at night. I think Provo just offers a level of safety that it's hard to find in other comparable mid-sized cities. So if you're craving peace and peace of mind, Provo just may be the perfect place for you to live. Thinking about relocating to Utah? Well, I've got just the thing for you. My team and I have actually taken the time to create the ultimate relocation guide, which is meant to save you hours of research. And I've linked it down below, from top employers to the best hospitals, and a boatload of other things that you need to know before making the move. The best part is this guide is 100% free. That's right, you heard me right, 100% free. Just click the link in the description on the top pinned comment. Hope that helps. Guys, I'm on the beautiful Provo River Park Trail. And this particular section of the trail has a lot of meaning to me. 28 years ago, I first told my wife that I loved her on a park bench just like that right here in this area. Thankfully, she said it back to me. And just a few short months later, we were married. But really, Provo has an unparalleled commitment to a beautiful park system. They're home to 54 parks. They've got 35 miles of paved biking and walking trails. They also have the beautiful Bonneville Shoreline Trail. But that's one reason. Reason number three that people are choosing to move to Provo, all the beautiful city parks and trail system. As you can see, I'm right here along the Provo River. And they've got this Provo River Trail that runs all the way just north of Bridalveil Falls, all the way out to Utah Lake. That's actually a really fun bike ride to take that ride, because it's basically a slight gradual downhill ride all the way from Bridalveil Falls to Utah Lake. But besides the trail system, again, I mentioned they've got all those city parks. Some of the more popular parks, particularly for like the BYU students, would be the Kiwanis Park. It's right by BYU. Great place for volleyball, big grassy open fields, nice big pavilion. People love hanging out there. They've got the gorgeous North Park with its playgrounds and pickleball courts, and again, big open grassy fields. Oh, and one of the other really cool parks, one place we've had a lot of family reunions, is the Rock Canyon Park up at the mouth of Rock Canyon. Lots of big open grassy field areas. A lot of people like to work out there. Every time I go there, it seems like people are running up the hills. They have a lot of hills there, so people love that in the wintertime, sledding on those hills. So just some beautiful city parks. There's so many I can't even mention them all. But one thing that's really cool also about Provo City is they have a lot of gorgeous parks up in Provo Canyon. You've got the Canyon Glen Parks, beautiful pavilions, picnic areas, great place to hang out on grass. You also have the Nuns Park. That's a very shaded, wooded area just a little further up the canyon. They also have the Mount Timpanogos Park, lots of large open grass spaces, again, pavilions, clean bathrooms. All of them have access to this trail, which brings you right along the beautiful Provo River. Besides all these beautiful parks that are along the Provo River Trail, they also have a brand new Epic Sports Park, which is in South Provo. They just completed that in September. Currently there are 15 full-size soccer fields there, with like 6 more slated to be done, along with a whole bunch of pickleball courts. There's a playground there. There were like 300 teams here in the city that were vying for like 11 fields to practice on. Now they've got all those fields out that way. It's really going to be the crown jewel of the Intermountain West as far as tournaments go. Really going to be an economic boom, as it'll bring a lot of sports teams from around the Intermountain West. They'll come here for soccer tournaments. All those people need a place to stay, to eat, to shop, just to hang out. And so that sports park is absolutely beautiful. So again, reason number 3 to move to Provo, all these beautiful parks. And of course, this amazing trail system. Hey there, it's Scott Walters with Best USA Realty, your Utah YouTubing realtor. And as much as I love making these videos, there's one thing that I love more, and that's helping families and people from all over the US to move here. I've helped countless families move, so whether you're thinking of moving next week, next month, or even next year, don't hesitate to reach out. My contact is right here on the screen, and it's linked in the description down below, just in case you missed the pop-up. I look forward to helping you and your family make the move here to Utah. Reason number 4, Provo City Airport. You know, last year 900,000 passengers flew through the Provo City Airport, and with all that traffic, they're really increasing flights, and they now offer direct flights to cities like Phoenix, Las Vegas, Los Angeles, Austin, Dallas, through Allegiant and Breeze Airways. You know, my dad had his private pilot's license when I was a kid. We used to come here and fly out of this little airport. It was a municipal airport back then, so just little planes, none of these big jetliners. But this has been a huge game changer for Provo City and the entire valley of Utah Valley. No longer do you have to travel up to Salt Lake City International Airport to be able to fly to these places. And they're flying to places where you can connect into international flights right here out of the Provo Airport. A real game changer for Provo and Utah Valley, Provo City Airport. Oh, and just recently they broke ground on an expansion here at the airport. They're going from 4 gates to 10 gates. 3 of those new gates should be done by 2028. So big things happening at Provo Airport. Just 2 weeks ago, I had a couple reach out to me after watching some of my YouTube videos, and I'm helping them relocate back to Provo, back to the Provo area. One of the biggest reasons they gave me for wanting to come back here, one is it was home, but they were just really excited to be so near Brigham Young University. So let's just be right up front. One of the biggest reasons that people move to Provo is because of BYU. So many people come here to school, but they also move back to this area or come to this area because they want to be a part of the university in some way, whether that's attending the athletic events or the cultural events. And so that's just a huge reason that people love living here. Is there's just so many opportunities that are associated with being close to Brigham Young University. Of course, you got the football games in the fall that people love attending. The basketball teams, both men's and women's, are absolutely phenomenal. The women's soccer team always does well. Of course, the track and field teams are always great. Brigham Young University, their arts programs are amazing. Their cheerleading program just is winning national championships all the time. So that's just one thing that brings people here to Provo, is the access to Brigham Young University. Of course, BYU is well renowned for top-notch law schools, business schools, accounting schools, as well as the fine arts. And so again, just a huge draw is Brigham Young University. Now, besides Brigham Young University, just 10 minutes to the west, you'll find Utah Valley University in Orem, which is another wonderful university. That's a public university, the largest in the state of Utah, with over 43,000 students attending that school. They also have fantastic programs, and that school keeps growing. I remember as a kid, it was just like kind of like a tech school or trade school. Then it was like a community college, then a state college, and now they're a university. So, and offering all kinds of four-year degrees. So that university has really seen tremendous growth. Of course, here at BYU, some of the biggest news announced in the last several months is the fact that they are going to build a medical school here at BYU. In fact, just across the street there, you'll see the old Provo High School. That is where they announced just yesterday that is where they will build the new medical school here for Brigham Young University. So if you're thinking of moving to Provo, one of the big reasons, BYU. Go Cougs. For those of you thinking of moving to the Utah area, where are you moving from and what's the reason why you're leaving your current city or state? I'm truly curious, so make sure to let me know down below. Provo is sandwiched by Utah Lake up to the west, to the beautiful Wasatch Mountains on the east. Behind me you can see kind of the backside of the beautiful Mount Timpanogos. One of the reasons that people are moving to Provo has got to be access to the outdoor lifestyle. Just minutes from downtown Provo, you can come up Provo Canyon and you are at the most beautiful waterfall. This is the gorgeous Brideville waterfalls. Just a little further up this canyon, you're going to get up to Sundance, some of the best places to go on a fall drive for watch fall colors, and as well as to go skiing at the Sundance Ski Resort. One of the other great things about the outdoor lifestyle here, you've got multiple canyons, not just Provo Canyon. You've got the Payson Canyon down the south, Spanish Fork Canyon, multiple reservoirs within an hour of Provo, with Deer Creek Reservoir, Jordanelle Reservoir, Strawberry Reservoir, Schofield Reservoir. Of course, you've got all the beautiful ski resorts up in Salt Lake County, a big Cottonwood Canyon, a little Cottonwood Canyon with Solitude and Alta and Brighton and Snowbird. You're just probably 55 minutes away to Park City and the beautiful ski resorts that they have there in Park City Mountain Resort and Deer Valley. And so if you want to spend a day on the lake and go boating and wakeboarding with your friends and family, you can do that in the morning. And in the afternoon, you can come for a beautiful picnic and hang out here at Brideville Falls. So the outdoor access is amazing. Fishing's great, camping, hiking, all that is absolutely phenomenal here near Provo. One of the other really cool things about Provo is it's really close to Utah's iconic 5 national parks. You are about 3 hours down to the Moab area, where you can go check out your Arches and Canyonlands National Park, along with the Dead Horse Point State Park, the Goblin Valley State Park's down that way. I've got a wonderful video on all the things to do in the Moab area. You can watch that video by clicking on somewhere up here. And also, it's not that far away to get down to Capitol Reef National Park, probably 3 hours, maybe 3.5. Same thing down to Bryce Canyon, which is my personal favorite national park here in Utah. That's just a couple hour drive. You're probably about 4 hours drive down to the most famous national park here in Utah, which is Zion National Park. So the access to those national parks is absolutely unreal. And if you want to venture a little further, you're probably 6-7 hours up to Yellowstone National Park from here. So that's pretty darn close too, along with some gorgeous national parks over in Colorado, like National Verde and the Rocky Mountain National Park. You got Great Basin National Park over in Nevada. All those are within like 6, 7, 8 hours. Oh, I can't forget about the Grand Canyon. That's probably 6, maybe 7 hours here from Provo. So the access to outdoor lifestyle is a huge reason that brings people to move here and live in the Provo area. Okay guys, whether you're chasing a new career or craving safety for your family, or you just want to live closer to the mountains, Provo just might be the perfect place for you. I've got a relocation guide that gives you everything you need to know about living in the Provo area. I'll leave a link in the description down below for you to download that free relocation guide. Again, I'm Scott Walters, Best USA Realty or Utah YouTubing Realtor. I talk about everything, what it's like to live, sleep, eat, work, and play here in the Utah Valley area. If you found this video helpful, go check out my Provo pros and cons video. You can watch that by clicking on somewhere up here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap on the notification bell so you can stay current every time I drop another video about living in Utah. And with that, we will catch you on the next video.